This photocopier is not sounding very good today. It's not yeah, most of the noise is gone now, but just before I put the camera on, I just heard another loud squeaking noise. Not a nice look for Konica Minolta. Dumbasses. See how these dumbass equipment will make. Wonder how big we're going to make this one or how small. So we're going E3, A4 to B5. I'm going to leave it on 100, even though this original is big. So we're going to make this look interesting, hopefully. Right. Don't know what background colour we're going to give it. Going to stick with red. It's a hot day today, folks. Oh, I hate this weather. It's climate change, global warming, making the it's still spring here in Aussie land, and it feels like the middle of summer. Fuck. Oh man, it's bloody hot. Oh shit. Anyway, we've got something really big and unusual. I don't know if I'll just show it to you on like that. It's actually a bill from Telstra. I found this behind a bin, so I didn't rip this off a Telstra window. I wouldn't do that. And basically, I found it behind a rubbish bin in a shopping precinct. So I thought I'd take the opportunity. This is the other side of it. We're doing the other side. But basically, I just thought I'd take the opportunity. Anyway, this would end up in the rubbish anyway, so I figured, why not? Something different. I don't know who took it off, but I see there's marks on this bill. So maybe that's why it was taken down. It's got some kind of splatter marks. I don't know if it was a misprint or something. I decided to do this side because this side's a bit hard to put under there. It's much the same image. I do like this side a bit better, however. Well, let's see how we've made this look. But yeah, that's a pretty large piece of paper. It's obviously a bill. I don't know why it was taken down and stuffed behind a rubbish bin. Well, you probably never know why. Anyway, that seems to be quite a nice little movement. We might have to adjust the hue a bit, but that looks quite good. I don't like the colours too much. I'm going to have to do some work on the colour. So I'm just going to throw this bill aside and we're going to work on this shit. But at least the lips are nice and pink, not pink, bluish in colour. So now we're just going to try and make this look even better. Right, now I'm wondering where the centre of this is going to be. So I'm wondering if we're going to make that the centre. We'll see how we go. But it's an interesting thing. It's interesting to get something big like that for a change. Why it was disposed of like that, I don't know. But I figured I'd take the opportunity and use it. Something different. You don't see an advertising bill like that thrown away, just discarded like that. So we're just gonna cool the hue down, warm the hue up a bit, take out some of that red. Maybe the brightness could go brighter rather than darker. So wondering if we're gonna maybe remove the text enhance and maybe put that on standard. See how we go. You can hear that low pitched squeak. It's not a good sound. Konica Minolta. Let's see if we can make this Konica shitter do something good. If we can get the colours nicely balanced out and adjusted. Okay, let's see how this looks. Whoa, it looks too, how should I put it? It looks too blended. The lips are gone a bit warmer. I think we warmed up the hue, but normally when you warm it up it turns green. So I'm just going to try and work on this. This is not going to be an easy one, the way we've made the colours. So I'm wondering, we're going to take out more of the red. Going to set the red in the middle, and the brightness is going to go brighter, and the hue, we're just going to centre it. What can we do? What else can we do to make this look good? I'm wondering if we're going to leave it on copied paper. So let's see if we make this look good. I really want this one to turn out because it's a really nice original. You don't see originals like that every day. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, it still doesn't look quite as nice as I'd like it to be. This one looks a bit more warmer, and that one looks cooler, even though I've warmed up the hue. Trying to think which one I'd like better. This one looks better in some ways, but we're just going to throw the other ones aside, and I'm going to try another thing on this. I think it seems we're just going to try and make this work really nice. Wondering if maybe, no, we don't want glossy. See, this user interface is really clumsy. We're just going to remove some of the background, see if that helps. And we're just going to take the brightness and just put it in the middle, in the 0. And the red, we're going to take some red out. And the hue, what are we going to do to the hue? Are we going to cool it down or warm it up? We're going to leave it in the centre. We're not going to do anything more with the hue for now. Let's see if we can make this look really nice. I'm sort of wishing I had chose a different colour or a different setting when I made the master copy. So let's see if we've made this look really nice, if there is room for improvement. And yeah, that looks a bit better. This is the last one we did. It looks a bit dark. This looks a bit nicer. We still can do more to it to make it look better, I'm quite sure. So, right, what else are we going to do to this image to make it look better? We're going to take out more background, or we're going to leave our background in. We're going to go and wonder if we're going to take our brightness and we're just going to lighten it a bit more, and maybe more of the red could come out. Wondering if using blue might help. I don't think so. So we're going to call it that. Also, we're going here. We're going to really lighten this up, take out heaps of the background, and see if that makes a significant improvement. This is not an easy one that we've made. We've made a really challenging master copy, you could say. So let's see how taking out that red and other settings is helping it. Whoa, that looks interesting. This image looks dry. It actually looks dry. This looks more saturated, if you can see that. That looks really dry. In some ways I like it, in some ways I don't. But it's something different. I think the background removal was responsible for most of this dry look. So I'm wondering if we're going to run with this dry image for a change. It doesn't look all that... It's hard to decide whether I like it. I'm just going to... We're just going to... I think we're going to run with this. Or maybe we can do a little bit of extra work on improving it. But the image does look pretty dry. For a change, it's different. So we're going to warm up the hue a little. That, and also we might just darken it again. We're going to just take out some of the dryness of this image. We don't want it too dry. or dry looking, as I just compared the two images, the saturated one and the dry looking one. So this is going to be a prolongated demo, folks, but I hope you guys find it entertaining. But I actually quite like this result. This result now looks bumping up the hue, I think, has given the red a more magenta look, and it looks a little bit wet compared with this. It's looking a lot better now. I'm wondering if maybe we could run with this image as our settings, and I'm trying to decide. I think that's going to be our point in the middle where we make the mirror image, but I'm really glad I fiddled with this. It's not the greatest image on earth, but I think this is an improvement now. Just a bit of extra practice and working on experimenting with different things that I don't normally experiment with, so maybe this demo is worth the prolongation to make things different. It's not an easy thing to do, this copier configuration art, and there's a nice little bit in the middle there that'll just add an extra nice little thing to it. That looks really good. I quite like the way it's turned slightly magenta rather than just red. So we're now just going to set ourselves up for the mirror image pieces to finish off the job. But I'm really happy overall. I'm glad I decided to stay with it instead of just giving up. Sometimes it's hard to know when to stop, but this looks as if it's worked out quite well this time, considering. Bit of a challenge, folks. Right, we're just going to line these up. So this corner's just got to touch like so, make it easier, hopefully. And then we're just going to drop these pieces in. We just nudge that one slightly out of place, which is a nuisance, but it shouldn't be too much of a bother, hopefully. So we're just going to line these up. So it's not perfectly lined. I think hopefully it's good enough. But anyway, there you have it. A Telstra bill reimagined.